And then, here we, Jesus. Okay, all right. Who's ready? Hassan ponders where heroes are in the streaming space to keep Ethan and Asmongold in check. Okay, let's. This is great. Where's my knight in shining armor? All right, let's listen to this.
Or there are numerous examples of people that were just like cast aside as pariahs. But nowadays, a lot of the people that do speak
like CatDany
out about this shit, a lot of people that do speak out about this kind of stuff are actually some of the most awful people, right?
Yeah.
It's Keemstar orbiters that rely on this constant cycle of toxicity. So even the good side of commentary YouTube just basically stays quiet. And a lot of the big content creators try to stay away from this drama because they don't want this kind of toxicity to come their way, which is understandable.
Has it ever occurred to you that big content creators stay away from drama between Israel and Palestine because they are Americans in a Western country and they have no business and no interest making comments on international affairs that they're not educated or understand? Why would somebody like Markiplier or somebody like Mr. Beast come out and start talking about this? They don't understand this. Like, this is this weird thing that I think a lot of people that are, celebrities or pseudo-celebrities or people that, have like a degree of worship around them, this is a weird thing that they do where they expect people in these positions to have informed, educated, and accurate opinions about all of these world events. And I feel like it's a very toxic mindset to have. The fact is that you are not elevated in any sort of a way like this, and this goes with me too, right? It's not like I have any more of a better understanding or anything like that on one of these topics than some other random person in chat does. And just because someone's popular because they make Minecraft videos doesn't mean that they have some obligation to speak out against like some internet political drama. This is, and especially when it's so personal between two people. And also, like, I'm sure even Hassan can agree with this, is that there are a lot of gray areas in this conflict with, let's say, Ethan, right? Like, for example, Ethan having CPS called on him, people, calling Ethan's wife ugly. There are like unjustifiably bad actions that have been taken that a lot of content creators that just don't want to be involved with this. And also, and here's another thing, they don't want to pick a side because both sides are bad. That's the reason why. This isn't something where it's like, I'm trying to think of like Onision or Liver King or somebody like that, where like this person's just very clearly awful and fraudulent and bad, and so everybody can just have the safe opinion, or Dr. Disrespect, right? Everybody has the safe opinion about it. Nothing more than a modern jester. Should I go up? Something you should stop trying to explain politics to people. Well, you have to. You need to. Okay, so I will say this. Jesters probably had more impact on politics whenever there were jesters than most ambassadors did. So I would say you should think about another word to use. But overall, I can see what your point is. Make music? Well, I think he's just talking about that in general. So yeah, anyway, let's go back and look at this. Do you make
Nobody
music?
wants this kind of a psychopath up their asshole all the time.
But so Ethan Klein is a psychopath because he's suing people for intentionally trying to violate his copyright and then make him, like, intentionally try to cause him to lose views and money? Like, not even as a side effect, but to do it on purpose?
That's the problem. The less people push back against people like this, or even Asmongold, for example, for saying a whole bunch of insane...
It's always about me. Everything's always about me. I'm the most important person.
Things that actually make this space that we occupy a less safe space for a lot of our fans that are...
It's not any less safe whenever you have to hear an opinion that you disagree with. This entire idea of a safe space, it's not really very safe for Ethan's family whenever CPS is called on him. It's not very safe for people whenever they get deplatformed and they lose their job. The entire idea of a safe space and advocating for that, this is absolutely not true. And if you remember very clearly, didn't Hassan just very recently talk about one of the reasons why, people are saying bad things on the internet is because they would get beat up in real life for it? Hassan doesn't want a safe space. He wants a space that's safe for him. And if he has the ability to, he will control and enforce that on other people. And this is one thing that a lot of these people, like a lot of people need to understand, is that people like Hassan or any of the like, oh, I hate the police people or anything like that, you don't hate the police, you want to be the police. You don't hate, like a bigotry, you want to be the arbiter of bigotry. You don't hate, like a power structure, you want to be the power structure. So this idea that these people are raging against the system is actually not true. They're actually just trying to advocate and vie for control over the system so they can exercise it as a weapon against people that they don't like. And you can just scroll through Hassan's tweets and you'll see that this is very regularly true. So while Hassan advocates for saying that I make things less safe for people, Hassan advocates for actively making things less safe for people in real life. So that's really where we're at. And I just want you guys to understand that, because it's a very important nuance, because a lot of people take somebody like Hassan at their word and they don't realize that people like him are deliberately disingenuous and they will lie to you on purpose and have blatant double standards, and they insult your intelligence to such a degree that they think that you're so stupid that you can't see what's plainly in sight. And so that's really what it is. So he was practically cheering on a U.S. senator's death. Yes, all of these people, keep in mind, they don't hate the power that somebody like me has. They want that power for themselves. Huge difference. Massive, mega difference.
Trans or have...
I'm making things unsafe for trans people. Why? Because I say that you shouldn't trans kids?
Documented family members or themselves are undocumented.
Well, I want it to be unsafe for people that are undocumented. I don't want them to be here. I want them to get deported. Like you're right about that. Definitely right about that. Yeah, I mean, it's straight up. Like, I'll just say it, right? I don't need to play games. I don't need to fuck around. I'll just tell you exactly what I think. Yeah, of course.
Fucking not white, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I want to make things unsafe for non-white people.
When none of us push back against these large content creators, and all of the big content creators that normally understand that this kind of thing is completely unacceptable, or even what Asmongold is doing is completely unacceptable, keeps silent.
And this is, you see how, wasn't Hassan just advocating for freedom of speech the other day? And saying that, you're a free speech defender? These people don't actually care, and this is I think a really great example of the point that I was trying to make, is that all of the values that these people pretend to have, they just simply use these values against you. They don't have these values themselves. They don't care about these values. They use these values as a tool to make you subvert your own goals. Unacceptable to who? To him. He's decided that it's unacceptable. This is, again, what I was saying. You don't want freedom of speech. You want to control who can speak. It's very different.
The only voices you hear create a new permission.
And sorry, I keep pausing. Another big reason why a lot of other content creators don't speak out, and this is something Hassan might not want to hear, is because a lot of them probably don't agree with you or like you. I mean, it's Occam's razor. The simplest answer is probably the correct one. If nobody's defending you and everybody says that you're wrong, maybe it's because people don't like you. Now, they might not want to deal with the harassment from your community, and so they don't openly state it. And by the way, that's the exact same thing you're accusing people like me of. But at the same time, you just presuppose that all of these people completely agree with you. It's ridiculous. Like, do you really think that all of these wholesome, normal, good, family-friendly YouTubers watch you promote terrorism, and then they think, oh, wow, that's my guy? Of course not. How delusional can you be?
Is completely unacceptable. Keeps silent. The only voices you hear create a new permission structure that make it seem as though everyone actually has this point of view.
They do. That's why a lot of these issues, like, for example, deporting illegal aliens and things like that, these are majority popular opinions. And I think on the internet, it's probably even more the case. We just had an election to prove that this is actually the majority. What's a permission structure? Well, what he's saying is that because of the absence of voices that are counter to things that I say or Ethan says, that then it creates a culture of a feedback loop where the only people who speak out against this about it are on our side. And by the way, these people had no problem using these types of pressure politics in COVID era. They had no problem doing it. Again, they don't care about the permission structure. They don't care about this as a fundamental problem. They care about their lack of control over it.
Everyone actually agrees with Ethan because the only people that I hear from are people who agree with Ethan.
And also, one of the other reasons is that anybody who speaks out against this is immediately going to get attacked on the internet because the people that are the people that Ethan is going against are completely indefensible. They're disgusting freaks, and everybody can see that. And because of that, nobody is going to go out and defend them because they're not worth defending.
Right? Or the only people that I hear from are people who agree with Asmon.
Yes.
Anyone who speaks out against Asmon is the recipient of an endless torrent of hate.
That's right. And I'm going to keep doing it too. Just like you do. Just like you do. Hassan tweets about me all the time. He has opinions. He's bringing up my stream all the time, reacting to my videos, saying negative things about me. Of course I'm going to do that. Of course I'm going to respond. Like, Hassan actively tries to get his community to brigade. Like, for example, like with the iDubbbz video. Like, he actively tries to weaponize his community to create a false amount of people that are like basically a false majority. And I think that what's happened is that kind of like control is falling away. It's going away.
I try to explain to people that this, like content creators, that this kind of silence in this circumstance unironically creates a less safe environment for everyone, including themselves, because these guys will eventually move on and will go after someone else.
That's right. After we go after the people, we get people that are banned. We get people banned for, promoting terrorism or, using racial slurs on stream. And then also wanting other people to get banned for using different racial slurs on stream. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go get Veritasium banned because we hate science. Yeah, that's definitely it.
Eventually, it'll be someone that you love, right?
Sure.
Or even if it's like Asmon and Ethan, I bracket off in different ways. Like Asmon is just right-wing reactionary.
Sure.
And is just doing reactionary right-wing propaganda.
Okay.
Ethan is doing frivolous lawsuits and litigation. In a way.
If it was a frivolous lawsuit, it would have been it wouldn't have been taken on by a lawyer. Like, what if it's a frivolous lawsuit, then why do multiple lawyers that have commented on this topic, why have they said that it's not frivolous? Who decides that it's frivolous? Hassan or multiple people with law degrees? I wonder.
Way that actually is like very harmful to the space in a different way, right? He also does engage in some reactionary tendencies as well, but like
Sure.
Overall, they're making a more toxic environment. So when content creators are afraid...
I want to make it more toxic for people that are, in my opinion, bad actors. I view myself as doing a public service by doing that. It is my gift to the world. Somebody needs to do it, and it might as well be me.
Of being involved in this because they see this as like toxic drama. They don't realize, but they end up creating a permission structure for this kind of attitude to persist.
Yeah.
And that's it. And it just keeps growing. It won't go anywhere unless people push back.
Cry about it all you want, but you're losing control of the narrative because the narrative is bad. If people like Hassan want other content creators to get behind them and support them, then they need to do things that are more worthy of support. promoting terrorism, constantly lying about people, calling people generational sexual assaulters, calling people pedos and lolly lovers with no evidence, calling somebody a school shooter. This isn't something that average people are going to listen to and they're going to say, oh, wow, this is really cool. Let's go ahead and go with this. This guy's really smart. So if you want people to defend you, then have positions that are defensible. Right now, that's not the case. And we've also had Casey Tron obviously was very, very unhappy about the fact that, like I talked about her. So Asmongold is rallying the troops against me. Let's listen to this clip. I'm not kidding. She literally reposted a clip with no audio. I guess she was high when she did this. Like, I don't know what to say. But she actually just posted a video. Here's the Mike tweet about it. Yes. Well, I'll pull this up in a minute. Let's go back and see it. And I'll see if I can find it here. And no fucking way. Yeah, and so I'll get back and I'll talk about that. So, yeah, so she tweeted this out. And it's going to get worse. He's rallying a troop against me. He's signaling to his hate audience that he wants to run a lifelong harassment campaign against me, lightly hinting that I should kill myself. Really, I said that. That's crazy. I didn't know that. So anyway, there was a person here. I was scrolling down the replies, and a person... This is Asmongold from Caseytron. And so anyway, yeah, damn reactor, bro. Well, I think that's it. I mean, it's not a big... I silenced her. I guess I did. And so you have her making all these tweets. How many lawsuits does she want? No, the video's not even halfway over. And also Asmon. Yes, clearly, right? This is just Asmongold. This is not Asmon or some other, secondary allusion to like who I am or something like that. She really likes me. I can see that. And so anyway, I don't know if we really want to watch this entire video, but I just want to go through. It's so long, it's actually boring. These are all the posts that she's made about me. She's made all these posts about me. She's constantly talking about me. Look at this. Oh my God. This is a 2-minute and 48-second video of her talking about me all of this time. And so I think she loves you. Yeah, I guess so. And so this is the person who's saying that I'm rallying the troops against her. These are the amount of times that she's used my full, game name, not Asmon or anything else. And so you see this happening, and obviously now, and this is what happens, is that these people really care about freedom of speech, and they care about accountability, and they care about all this stuff until it actually happens to them. And now, somehow, it's different. And you also have Mike from PA. This is the person who said that Ethan isn't going to stop doing what he's doing until he's bloody in the mouth. He's the one that made the call to, if somebody wants $100,000 and you're in Florida, I've got a job for you, referring to putting a hit out on hurting or killing CatDany. And now he's making this comment. Is Twitch going to wait until someone is seriously injured by these incel and stalking communities before they do something about it? Here's Asmongold doing a direct call to action for his community harassing their partner streamer. I don't care who you are. That's not okay. So here's the thing. This is a person who, as a regular, has made negative comments about me constantly. I want to let you know that no matter what happens, I'm not going to stop doing it. I'm not going to stop responding to things that you post and state on public platforms on my public platform. If you don't want criticism, then get out of the fucking internet. That's it. And so I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to be nicer about it. I don't care what people are messaging you. I don't give a shit about that. What somebody does that isn't me isn't my responsibility. And so you can cry about this as much as you want, but it's not going to stop. And I want to say also, the more you cry about it, the more I'm going to do it. Because I think that these people are parasites. I think they are destructive. And I'm going to keep pushing this. I'm going to keep going against them until they realize that and they stop. That's it. Bro's farming tears. Yeah, we already burned about. Yeah, it's not stopping. You can cry and make tweets and beg, "Bull Twitch, please do something about it. He's being mean. Oh no. Oh no, he's criticizing somebody for doing something bad. Oh wow, he says he doesn't feel bad for somebody who said that he killed his mom. Oh no. Get the fuck out of here." And this is the same guy, keep in mind. This is the same guy, once again, that tries to bring up freedom of speech. He's the guy that whenever I talk about this guy should get banned for X or Y thing, he says, why should I get banned? It's freedom of speech. Unlimited Tread, yeah, it's not going to stop. And I'm going to tell you that the more that you cry about it and the more that you try to seek sympathy, the more videos I'm going to make, the more I'm going to talk about it, and the more other people are going to talk about it too. And there's nothing you can do about it. They're such crybabies. They are. And listen, you want to cry? Okay, go ahead. That's more content for me. If you think even for a second that you are going to try to seek any type of sympathy from me, that is not the case. To the extent that you do it, I will push even harder, even more pressure, and more and more and more until you stop. And you're welcome, by the way.